Before the video starts, if you run an e-commerce brand with over 60 to 70k visitors per month, then I have an offer for you. In the past 12 months, we've helped 7 and 8 figure brands at my agency CROEvolution add multiple 6 figures in monthly recurring revenue through split testing and building code-friendly, high-converting funnels for them. And we want to do the same for your brand. You can book a free audit call in the first link in the description, and I'll personally show you how we'll implement these systems and what will be the results for your brand. Now, here to the video. The brand we're breaking down today is Mind Journal, and they're very simple but very effective funnel. Starting immediately from their ad library, we can get right into it here. Their target is mostly young men, I would say 80 to 35, maybe 80 to 40, maybe a little bit more, even 80 to 45. From their messaging, from their ad copy, you can immediately see that they're trying to target men that are hungry for success, hungry for achievement, hungry for getting far in life, for competition, being competent, as you can see from their creatives and their ad copy. So for example, here reads the Better Men Challenge 2025. Or for example, activate calm mode here, or some other creatives. I'm not okay. They're trying to tie the mechanism of journaling for men, which is something that for the stereotype is not seen positively. So men that journals is seen as weak, and there is a stereotype around that. So they're trying to attack that mechanism with their product, and that's what I always mention when I talk about landers, when I talk about advertorial specifically, when writing the copy of kind of using the mechanism, spearhead the mechanism, and then tie your product in. And that's what works really well with people, because everyone relates to it. And then tying your product into it is connecting the mechanism, which is broad, to your product, which is the actual thing that attacks that mechanism. So that's what I always mention by mentioning first the mechanism itself, what you want to solve, the problem you want to try to solve, the angle you're trying to attack. And then once that is mentioned, once that is clear, that's what you're trying to achieve, then tying your product into it. And that works super well from a psychological point of view. But just by looking at the ads here, you can understand what's their goal here. So for example, here this one reads for men that don't journal. This one reads don't give up. This one reads combat tough times. Just by reading their headlines, these creators, by the way, are very good, both in their copywriting and in the visuals they use and kind of their strategy here that they're testing. I think these ones are very good. And their funnel in general, we're going to look at what funnel they're running here. I think they're doing a pretty good job at here on the front end already of getting the right traffic in, and the traffic they actually want to sell to to their landers. Now I want to actually look at the pages and the landers they're sending traffic to. There is 2 of them, and the first one is this listicle right here: 5 reasons why thousands of men are using Mind Journal. Men everywhere are discovering the powerful benefits of Mind Journal. Build a better life for yourself with a daily journaling ritual that's helping over 185,000 guys. So this headline and sub-headline combo is absolutely perfect. There is a visual, which is good, shows the product immediately. They have multiple sources of social proof here. So they have the reviews with the 5-star. The 5 stars here, they have the 185,000 figure, they have all of the magazine reviews here, and just scrolling down, they have a handpicked review which plays into the mechanism that they're trying to sell and the angle they're trying to sell here, which is something I always mention. It's a very simple addition, but it does a lot. It adds another layer of trust to the angle and the mechanism you're using to sell the product. So here they're doing a very good job with that. The structure and the layout for the listicle itself is the pretty standard one. We already know, and we've went through a few times already, but the one thing that they're doing is obviously using extremely relatable points to the target audience they're selling to in their points. So for example, something that might relate very heavily to the target audience they're selling to is, for example, fully guided systems of exercise and stages, something that appeals to men, because men like things that are very clear, very straightforward, where you actually have a structure for what you're doing, and it tends to work extremely well with an audience of men. So very specific and focused points. So that's also perfect. They have here a guarantee point at the end, something I always try to do with all of the listicles I build for clients. It works extremely well. Dedicate just a point for your guarantees, for your risk reversals, for things like that. They don't have a CTA for the PDP. They're going for the direct to cart and then checkout approach. You can do both depending on the product, depending on how complicated is your offer. In this case, they're just selling the single journal in itself, so it also works to have the add to cart immediately here. And then under that, they have a few more pieces of social proof and benefits and things like that. So here they have another handpicked review. They have some more benefits in this form, and then also percentages and numbers like these that work extremely well on these pages, where you can just kind of go through the page and skim through it and get all of the information you need without having to go through walls of text and paragraphs of text, which usually don't perform very well. So Again, here, very well built listicle. Their funnel structure in general is pretty simple. Also, as you can see from their branding, is also super simple, which is also something that appeals to men. Having simple things, straightforward things, not a lot of stuff going on, just the main important points, and then getting your product to immediately add it to cart. You obviously have to know your customer avatar and your audience extremely well. You must know the person you're selling to. That's why it's super important to do research before you do these things, and actually have an avatar in mind when you're selling these products and when you're copywriting the pages for these products. But yeah, here, very well executed listicle from my in general. The second page they're directly sending traffic to is this sales page right here. This call to action redirects immediately to their PDP. So here they have a sales page going on for that. The angle here and the headline stays the same. For Amanda.journal, there is my journal. So they have 100% ad or creative to lender match, which is super important when you build these kinds of pages and these kinds of funnels. The sub headline and the context is roughly the same. So join over 185,000 guys discovering the powerful benefits of my journal, daily journaling ritual that will help you build a better life. So the angle stays that, the social proof stays that, magazine reviews also stays that. Here, they kind of also have a listicle structure on this one without the actual points. They're just mentioning the benefits here without kind of having a structure for it. So they're mentioning mostly the kind of the vision for the product. So what you're going to achieve, what you're going to get, why should you buy the product and use the product, because these things are what you're going to experience from using the product. The benefits and the review sections is almost the same to the other page, with the difference that they also have a call to action to go directly to cart here, but it's for a bundle offer. And we're going to also look at what kind of bundling and upsell and cross-sell structure they have, because I think it's genius for the product you're selling, and they execute it very well on the main store. So we're going to look also at the PDP and the collections they have here, but they also have a tie-in at the end for blog pages, for articles on their store. So probably what I wouldn't do here is on a page you're sending traffic to, having call to actions for these. What this creates is there's a lot of call to actions on this page, and you could make the case that obviously looking at heat maps, not a lot of people reach the end on pages usually, so not a lot of people are going to actually see these call to actions for the article. But on pages where you're selling, on pages where you're actually getting people to product pages or getting them to add to cart, you want there to be as few other call to actions as possible, possibly only the one that either add the products to cart or gets you on a product page. So the only thing I would probably do different here is not have the blog pages, not have the call to action video. Maybe the video can still work, but definitely the call to actions that bring you to another article, I would probably not have them on a page where I'm sending cold traffic from ads. And here we are on the product page, and immediately at least to me, it appeals a lot. I like this a lot. It's simple, it's straightforward. There's the right things and not a lot of things. So immediately it appeals to me, and I'm in the kind of the target market for this. So we can look here at the above the fold structured super well. So we have the social proof at the top, and we click on it and it goes to the reviews directly. They have a page for it, 200,000 sold here, which are trust and adds authority. Very well done. It's a test we run often for the clients we work with, and it's a test that usually performs extremely well. In the above the fold, as you can see, they're not wasting too much space on text. They have the tabs here to organize all of the information without having to have walls of text or paragraphs that are too long. Description, benefits and features. In the description, they also have a kind of a handpicked review or handpicked thing mentioned by a customer. So they have a call out for the vision and for the benefit of the product here. Then they have the actual bullet points with all of the benefits and all of the things mentioned in their listicles, in their creatives, in their other pages. Then the actual technical features of the product, so kind of the format, how long it lasts, so things like that belong in the features. Then immediately the add to cart. And one thing they're doing extremely well here, which is what they were selling on the sales page we just looked at, is they have the upsell for the starter bundle. So instead of going for the add to cart, you can bundle and save 30%, and you have the call to action immediately there to add the bundle instead of just the one product. And we're going to also look at the cart after this, but let's scroll a bit through the product page. So near the call to actions here, they have also some risk reversal, some guarantees, extremely well done. Magazine, social proof, the reviews again that we've already seen on their other sales pages, setting the expectation and guiding the customer on how the actual product works. So what things are inside of it, what you can do with it, the kind of things you can achieve with it, how it is designed. They have the benefits section we've also seen in the other pages. And here, this is one thing that I love about this page. It is extremely well done. You can actually go through the actual journal here. You can scroll to it. It's dynamic. You can click on these things and go through the pages. You can actually selective. You can look at it, how it is filled in, how it is not filled in. Very interactive. It feels very personal. Kind of builds up anticipation for the product, builds up anticipation for the results that you can achieve, or you can imagine with having kind of this product in your hand. So this one feature here, this one thing they have on the page, I love it. It's super well done. It's very interactive, so kudos to them for that. Then they mention again the percentage stats here, and then at the end we have the reviews. So all in all, not the usual page I review my channel, as you've seen probably from my other breakdowns, but I love this. It's super well structured, it's simple, but it has all of the elements you need to go through with the purchase, all of the elements you need to handle all objections or all doubts from their customers. So this page here, this product page, is very well structured. Then we can also dedicate some time to go through their bundles page. So here at the top they have a 30% off bundles. So on all their bundles to push for AOV, they have a 30% off. They have the starter bundle, which is what they had the cross-sell for on their product page. They have even bigger bundles than those, but the cross-sell strategy and like what they have going here for upselling all products into each other, for cross-selling the products together, I think works extremely well. And the products themselves are actually useful. So when you buy a journal or where you're looking to buy a journal, these other things are actually useful and play into the purchase and work extremely well together. So that's how you ideally want to push for a cross-sell or upsell structure and what you want to do with them. And then here at the top they have the filtering, which caught my eye. I think it's structured very well. If you go on Shopify and you hover here, you kind of see the structure of their store, starting from the bestsellers here, so the Mind Journal and all of the other products. You can Shopify and go through the bundle and the bundles that we've just seen. And then here they have the big callouts for their main products. So the starter bundle, the actual journal, and their main kind of cross-sell or upsell here. And this kind of structure is what I always suggest brands go for when building a kind of menu filtering section like this. You have three main big callouts for your main SKUs, for your most sold SKUs, and then all of the other things you organize them well into categories that are not too big, not too small. They contain all of the things that the customer actually needs to see, but you have those 2 to 3 main SKUs, CTAs, that help a lot with actually getting people on product pages, and that helps the click-through rate to the cart. And this is all. If you're an e-commerce brand, book a free audit call in the first link in the description, and you can also get my 60+ page e-commerce split testing system from A to Z, how to implement it for yourself in your brand, in the second link in the description by subscribing to my email list. And you'll also get weekly insights on the tests we run for our clients and the results we get for them. See you in the next video.